Hello, hi, single ladies. Today is your day. I am going to be addressing some very important and vital questions on your concern. Especially for those of you that want to eventually get married and spend forever with your partner. If you are in that category, do not go anywhere because this topic is going to go a long way in guiding you on the kind of questions you should really ask any man who is planning to spend forever with you. So please stick with me as I share this very important point. Question number one: do you have fear of God? Somebody may ask me, what does fear of God have to do with marriage? As long as he can provide for me, as long as he can do all those things for me, satisfy my needs in several ways, why should I care if he fears God or not? My dear, you should care. Because if you marry a man without fear of God, you will understand how difficult it is to be married. A man with basic relationship and love and respect for God Almighty will literally respect any human being he comes across, especially his spouse. Why did I say this? Fear of God will make a man to be cautious of what God says about situation when they arise in marriage. A man that fear and respect God will make reference to the Bible to understand how to follow situations. Someone who doesn't have any relationship whatsoever with God Almighty may not know, may be even ignorant on what to do and how to handle situation. Beside that, some people may have respect for their wives, but when serious situation that we need spiritual guidance and covering arise, who is going to cover you? Remember that every woman's covering is her husband. Beside God Almighty, your covering on earth is your husband. So please be mindful on the kind of man you want to settle the rest of your life with. Who is his mentor? This may sound unserious, but it can be very, very important as marriage, continue to evolve. A man that has a mentor, the kind of mentor he has will equally help in guiding you on the kind of man you probably want to settle down with. So it is very important that you know who his mentor is. That his mentor will go a long way in determining how resourceful he will be, how important he sees things of life, how serious he takes life. And then as life goes on, as marriage continues to evolve, when situation arises, you will know the mentor to call to settle any case that is at hand. Because a man without a mentor is not a man that is well formed. Every man you see on earth must have someone he looks up to. Likewise, ladies, it is vice versa. So anyone you look up to, anyone you listen to, anyone you follow, anyone you want to follow their footprint, will go a long way in determining how well you are going to marry your wife or how well you are going to father your children. So please be careful. You should take the issue of mentorship very, very serious and important, because it will help you in taking the right decision on whether you are going to settle down with this man or not. It's better for you to know if this mentor is someone that treats his wife without regard, without respect, that beats his wife up at every slightest provocation. You are likely going to get beaten up someday. So please, choose a man with a quality mentor. What do you do for a living? When I say what do you do for a living, some people may want to think, yeah, she wants to talk about the big guys, the people who have already settled down, the people who are already doing very well in their businesses. That is not necessarily what I'm talking about, but is this person earning anything? Does he have a means of livelihood is the question here. So no matter how little that person is earning, it is important. It means that person can be able to feed a family. And if you can support this person financially to make a better home, then you do so. You don't necessarily have to wait for someone who has arrived, who has already started earning some serious figures before you get married. If you wait for that, you may end up in the wrong hand. If you did not end up in the wrong hand, you may actually end up waiting for almost for the rest of your life. Why there are young guys who have a lot of potential that are hustling, looking for wives to marry. You are there looking up for people who have already settled down. So that is why some ladies end up with sugar daddies, because they can't manage the young men that are coming for them. Sugar daddy are simply men who are married with family but have you as a side chick to satisfy their sexual gratification. So men like that will make you forget that you are going to get married. You don't necessarily have to look out for someone who already have a 4-bedroom flat, 2-bedroom. You can start from 1-bedroom flat, and before you know it, God will bless you people and expand you, as long as that person has a vision. That will take us to the next point. The next point is marry a man with vision. What are your visions? The fact that you are not there now doesn't mean that you don't have a big dream. It doesn't mean that you don't have plan for life. So what are the visions of this young man you want to settle down with? The reason why you should know the vision of this person is because you too, as an individual, should have a vision. You have a place you are going to. Is his vision in line with your own vision? Yes or no? If it is yes, good. Then what are the plans he have in achieving those visions? When you find out that this guy has plan for his vision in achieving, a better tomorrow, in line with what you have in mind, or something similar or close to what you have in mind, then he is the best person to marry. Because if you marry someone who his vision is not in line with your own, there will always be clash. There will be serious clash of interest. There will be serious issues that may be irreconcilable in future. So it is important that you marry a man who has already planned, these are the numbers of children I want to have, this is the standard of school I want my children to attend, this is where I want the neighborhood we are going to move in from this time to this time. There are men that have already planned and calculated what they want. You may end up not having exactly what you wanted, but at least if you have a template to work with, it will help in guiding you on how to live your life. It will help you to be responsible. It will help you to be accountable, on how to live your life. So a man with vision is a man with a great future. Don't marry a man that will tell you, let's see how tomorrow will be. Let's see. I don't know yet, but I have this plan in mind, but it has not really matured. But let us see how it goes. The next point is, what kind of family did this guy come from? When I say what kind of family, today, the day of social media has brought a lot of distractions to, I don't know if it is a social media thing or generational things. A lot of people no longer give a damn, checking the background and the history of the family they want their daughter to get married in. There is something they do in Igbo land. My people, before they give us out in marriage, they will like to ask questions on this person's family background. It is very, very important. Why is it very essential? One, Is this family that regard women? There are families that a child that is as young as 2 can insult a married woman in the family because women do not have regard whatsoever in that family. And there are families that are, that abuse their women regardless of their status and where they're coming from. Regardless, they beat them up because that is a norm in the family. Until you get someone who is willing to fight and break that chain, it is difficult to marry someone from a family where women are being domestically and physically abused without you getting your own share. So it is important that you gather all those history. Then another point you are supposed to find out from this particular point is it from family that are known for drug abuse? There are families that from their grandparents to the last child in the home abuse drug of a kind or the other, and it doesn't mean anything to them. Do you think you can cope with such families? Those are very important things to check out for. Is he from a family where they womanize and it doesn't mean anything? Is he from a polygamous family where everyone from his father to elder brothers and younger brothers are married to several wives? Can you cope with such lifestyle? They are very, very important. So those kind of histories are very sensible and sensitive histories. Every potential lady that is about to spend forever with her husband should find out, so that it will inform your decision of continuity or discontinuity. Is he from a family of people that work hard to earn a living? Are they resourceful? Who are they in this? It's not about marrying wealthy people, but are they lazy people, or they are always willing to work hard to provide and protect their families? Ladies, shine your eyes while you pray. Don't just go to church and cover your eye and pray and kabash. After kabashing, you will think things will just happen. Pray hard and watch carefully so that you will not end up with the wrong guy. Values is the next point. Value. What are this person's values in life? His spiritual values, moral, social, and belief system, are they similar to that of yours? Because why I'm stressing on this is that if you marry a man whose value system is totally different from yours, it will be tough. It may end up not working or being very tough for you people to work on. It is difficult to, change someone, because I know women, we think we have so many potential, especially that of heroine. We believe we have some heroine strength. We can change man from white to black, from blue to red, and all that. But that is a very wrong perception and way of seeing things. You cannot change anybody except that person wants to be changed. So it is important that you calm down and understand this person's moral, spiritual, social, cultural belief system to know if it will work for the both of you. See what the Bible said. Light have nothing in common with darkness. If you're operating in light and you end up with someone who is in a very deep darkness, what will be your fate? If you are in the dark place, light will always overshadow you. You can consider the one in the light. So please, ladies, whatever the case may be, it is important that you understand and study this person's moral, spiritual belief system, so that it will inform your decision whether to proceed with this marriage or not. In my next video, I'm going to be treating something more interesting than this for the single ladies. Thank you for watching today's video. If this video have taught you one or two value, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Equally subscribe to promote the growth of this community, or share this content with any single lady it will help. Thank you so much for watching today's video.